My name is Lucas. I am the founder of Data Marketing School. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to set up Google Tag Manager and Google Analytics 4 on your Shopify store. Welcome to my Shopify store. So I created a demo shop, which is called Demo Shop Data Marketing School, and I'm selling some stuff here. There are huge promotions currently on the website. It's simulating a real e-commerce website with product pages, category pages, and also the famous Shopify checkout here. Okay? In this video, first I'm going to show you how to install Google Tag Manager on your Shopify store, and then we're going to connect your Google Tag Manager to GA4. The first thing you need to do is to look for an application which is called Addingwell. So it's a free application, and it allows you to install GTM and also the e-commerce data layer on your website. I mean, all the e-commerce funnel. So let's click install, then you land on this page. Click on continue. Here, enable GA4 data layer with standard e-commerce events. And here you can customize your data layer name. Well, for most use cases, you can keep it like this. And here you can add a suffix for events. So at the moment, if you already have a data layer installed on your Shopify, but you want to test this app, you can add a suffix to your events, and this app will send data layer events that won't interfere with your current GTM triggers. You can, for example, add AW for Addingwell. It's up to you. I won't add anything in this example. Click on continue. Here you can connect your GTM. Let's go to my GTM container, which I just created for this demo shop. And here I paste it. So now the application is asking you if you want to load GTM from a custom path to bypass ad blockers. Thing is, if you're currently with a client-side setup with only GTM web, you can't use this feature. If you want to bypass ad blockers, you must have your tagging server, and you can create one on Addingwell. For this tutorial, I will keep it simple and just include GTM. Let's click on continue, and then I need to allow the application to add a script to my Shopify theme. And for this, I'm going to click here, and then under the app embeds here, I'm going to enable this application and then click save. Let's go back to the onboarding, click on continue, and here, this is very specific to Shopify, but you need to install a custom web pixel so that the application can send data layer events inside the checkout and also on the thank you page and the order status page. So click copy here, and then you need to go to customer events. So you can click here on this link, and then you can add a custom pixel. You can name it, for example, Addingwell, add pixel. Under the customer privacy, what I usually do is that I put everything to not required and data collected does not qualify as data sale, because I want the pixel to always run, and I don't want the pixel to listen to the customer privacy API and to run only when I have consent, because it is only data layer events, and I want to manage the visitor consent inside GTM afterwards and not here. Here, let's copy the code and click save. So you may have this warning from Shopify, but don't worry, it's not an issue. Let's click connect and connect again. Let's go back to the onboarding and click on continue. And then you are done with this application. And now it's time to check that your data layer is correctly injected on your website. So I'm going to open my web console to see my data layer events. And here, for example, you can see that I've got the page view and I've got a view item. This application also pushes a page type, which is product here. If I click on add to cart, you can see here that the add to cart event has been triggered with the value and the item. And let's use the search. For example, if I look for men, you have a search event with the search term. So this is also the kind of data that you can send to GA4. And for example, if I go to my cart, you have also a view cart event with the value inside your cart. So here, let's remove this. You also have a remove from cart. So you have all the e-commerce data layer. And then if you go to checkout, So from now on, you don't see any events on your web console. And this is because it is triggered inside Shopify Sandbox. So you need to click on top here and scroll down to your web pixel. So it's something called Web Pixels, Sandbox, Custom, an ID, and then lax. You may have several of them, so you need to find the right one. You can click here and then you can type dataLayer. You can see here that on this page there was a page view and also a begin checkout event with the e-commerce object containing the items array with the product that I'm about to buy. You have all the information that you need to connect GA4. Here you also have some data, the page location, the page referrer, also the page type, and also the user data if you want to connect other platforms such as Google Ads and enable enhanced conversions. I only have the country, which is a pre-filled field here. And let's say I want to add my email. Open again the data layer. You can see here that there was an event at contact info. Before that, you have the user data here, which is updated with my email address. With this Addingwell application, you don't have to take care of implementing all the data layer on your Shopify store, so you gain a lot of time and you can focus on configuring your Google Tag Manager to send the data to the platforms you want. So here in GTM, I'm going to show you how to set up two events. The first one is going to be the page view, and the second one is going to be add to cart. This is as an example. This video is not here to show you the whole setup, but just how you can install GTM and send your events to GA4. Click on new here, then click on Google Tag. Here you need to take your measurement ID from your GA4 property. So here I created a Shopify demo test property. You can go to admin down here and then data streams, click on your data stream and copy your measurement ID here. Go back to GTM, paste it here. And then here you can use the page view trigger. If I go back here on my home page, you can see here that the application is sending a page view event. So you can trigger it here to make sure that you trigger this page view event after any other information that has been pushed in the data layer. Create a new trigger, which is going to be a custom event trigger. Enter page view here, DLE for data layer event, click save, and then click save, and here Google Tag GA4. Click save again. Okay, so with this configuration, you're sending a page view to GA4, and I'm going to add another event. So let's copy the measurement ID. Click on new, click on Google Analytics, GA4 event. I paste my measurement ID and let's call this one add to cart. And here under more settings, you can check send e-commerce data, and data source is data layer. As the application is sending the data layer in the GA4 format, you just need to check this checkbox and it's going to send all the data automatically to GA4. And here you can create another trigger, another custom event trigger, and call this add to cart. Name it GA4 event and click save. So let's open the preview. You can see here that a message event was sent. So this is message because there is no event key inside the data layer push, so you only have the page type here. And this one is history change, which is the page view event that is sent from the Addingwell application. And here you can see that on this history change, the Google tag was fired. And if you select the G tag view, you can see here that a page view hit was sent to GA4. I mean, of course, the consent mode is not configured here, but you can see that your page view is correctly sent to GA4. Let's go to the catalog, click on the product, click on add to cart, and go back to the tag assistant. So here I'm on a GTag view. That's why you see two add to carts, but on a GTM view, you only have one. Because on the GTag view, you see the add to cart from the data layer and the add to cart that is sent to GA4. But here, under the GTM view, you only see the data layer. And you can also see that there are form submit and form start events, which is part of the enhanced measurement of GA4. So don't worry about it. But here, with your add to cart event, you have all the e-commerce data. And if I click on the GTag view and I click on the hit sent to GA4, you can see that the item is correctly sent here. The currency as well here, and the value here. You have inserted GTM correctly on your Shopify store. The data layer is also correctly implemented. We have set up two events. just to show you as an example, the page view event and the add to cart event. And now what's left to do for you is to set up all other events of your e-commerce funnel.